Hi, it's Gary from On the Airplanes. I hope you'll join me tonight for a flight from Port Hardy to Vancouver in Western Canada. I'm going to be featuring this really awesome app tonight called SmoothTrack. I downloaded it and I've had an excellent time playing Flight Simulator since then. I mean, FS2020 is great as it is, but this app just makes it that much better. So I'm going to just start out by showing you the old way I needed to look around in this aircraft is, well, at least my features or my choices were using the joystick and using the little POV hat on the top. That's great and all, but it's just you're trying to land and change the view so you can look around. So what this app does is basically emulates what Track IR does, I guess. It's something that I've never used before. But literally, I downloaded an app on my phone and I was able to start looking around in here without any extra gadgets or anything. So I'm going to set the phone down here so I can kind of give you an example of what happens. So first thing is you start the app on the computer. Once the app is started, it will, as you see here, well, first of all, you got to start it before you get into the game. But once you start it, you can stop it and start it for recalibration. At least I've noticed that. So what happens is when you click the stop button, you would set your phone down, center yourself, your head nicely into the phone, which I'm doing down here. Not really doing the best of showing you that, but just imagine my phone is here. And once you've completed that, you press the start button again on the computer portion of the app. And then on your phone, you would set it to running. And now the aircraft will do everything that, or the view will change when I look around in the aircraft, which is really good. The only issues that I've seen with it so far, but again, it's really a minor issue right now and might actually be able to be adjusted, is it's very sensitive. So you move your head just a little bit too much and it kind of shakes the view. But either way, it's really awesome. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this plane started up and we'll do this flight. Alright, so now the aircraft's set up and I'm kind of sitting back and getting more comfortable. I noticed that the view's a little weird. I'm kind of going through the chair. So what I'm going to do is just do a really quick recalibration. I noticed that actually works very well for me, so I just have to be very still when I do this. So I've now pressed the stop on the computer version of the program, and now I gotta, instead of be looking at the screen this time, I'm going to be looking nice and clearly at the phone and pressing the start button while I'm not looking. And there we go. Now it's a little bit more calibrated. As I sit back, I'm not going through the chair as much, and we're all good to go. So we're going to go and get this bad boy up into the air. I don't know why I still have the weather up, but I do for some weird reason. Alright, so we're just going to take off on runway 11, I guess. That's the one I landed on earlier.
Charlie Yankee Zulu Tango traffic Can Wings 902 is taxiing to runway 11.
So as you can see, it's kind of some weird motions I have to do with my head to get to certain areas. Again, that's something that I may be able to change with the settings. I haven't worked on it too much. But yeah, looking around in the cockpit to do what I need to do is actually pretty cool. Here we go. All right, got the pitot heats on. Okay, so we're going to get rolling. Now, for any of you who've watched any of my videos, I don't yet have rudder pedals. It's something that I need to do, I need to get. And when I get those, life will be better for me. Right now, I use an axis on the top of my very old joystick that I have. So if you notice any weird movements in the aircraft as I'm taxiing and doing other stuff, that would be why. Not a perfect pilot, however, not as bad as it looks sometimes. Just as an update again for anybody who has watched any of my other videos on the Facebook site, I've noticed some improvements in the real weather, or the live weather, I guess I should say. It seems as though the weather has been a little bit more accurate. Now, I'm flying in an area where I'm not there right now, but when I was flying in my home areas, the weather was a lot more accurate lately. Today was the first day there was a little bit of rain when there really shouldn't have been any rain, but it was cloudy, so at least for that I'll give it that. All right. So anyways, we're rolling for takeoff now. Again, the one thing is my head's making some pretty crazy gestures. It looks like it is, but it's more of the fact that the sensitivities just seem a little interesting right now on the app, but as the app gets developed, it's very new. You can pick it up on the Google Play Store, for instance, which is where I got it for $7. It's in a development stage right now, and I believe it said that if it's not working or you don't like it, you can get a refund. So really, there's really no there's no reason not to try this program out. So we've got a shorter runway here, so I'm going to try a little bit of a hold the brakes, short field takeoff. Hopefully I'll be able to get this bad boy up. Alright, here we go. Hopefully it'll get there. I'd hate to crash. But if I crash, I'm still putting the video up because it would just be really funny. I'm trying to showcase this new app and I crash on takeoff. You can see I'm not even holding the yoke right now because I'm trying to nicely steer the aircraft down the runway. I haven't been able to find out how to adjust standard controls like I used to use for the older games on this. It's just if I hit the button, the rudder goes one way and I'm kind of flying all over the runway, so I do this other way. But now I'm done with the rudder, landing gears up. But yeah, on departure, I can be very calm. I don't need to push down on the yoke. And again, if you move your head a lot slower than what I'm doing, it is a lot more smooth. And if I sit up, I can look over the nose a little bit more, which is also really neat. Like it basically tracks your head. So it's new to me, the whole head tracking. And again, Track IR, I guess, has been around for a little while. But this is new for me. I never decided to invest in anything like that. So now I have something that's really awesome, but because it's new, I figured I'd create a video for people who didn't know that it's new. Again, I'm looking around towards the webcam I have, so it's not jerking to the side. It's me looking on my own. So we're gonna flight following for this flight.
Is type Beechcraft King Air 3 miles east of Charlie Yankee Zulu Tango. Request flight following. Catwings Niner to Vancouver Center. Squawk 2021.
I don't want to fly too high for this flight because I am trying to get some scenic views here, and the clouds are really nice this evening. One of the things that I do find a little annoying is when you're trying to set things such as autopilot, air traffic control in this game.
Squawk 2021 Catwings Niner 2. Catwings Niner 2 radar contact 6 miles east of Charlie Yankee Zulu Tango 2,600 feet. Altimeter 29.97.
Here we go. The only other feature that's a little odd with this this program, and again, it could just be some setting that I haven't gotten correct. Oh, I shouldn't have even bothered. Nobody listens to the ATC in this game. Anyways, is that if you go too far, if you use the standard movement controls, they don't let you leave the actual plane, I guess. But in this, if I go a little bit far, I get an outside view. But in the end, that actually might be kind of cool, right? For if you wanted to get a cool view for a video. With that said, when you go to the outside view, you can look around now to get views of the aircraft, which again could be good. Move back, you can look to this. Well, actually, you can notice that you're not going too close or too far. But you can still control it using the mouse, but yeah, you need to look down to get the views of the aircraft if you want. Again, it's kind of neat if it's something that you are, you know, if you don't get nauseous too easily, like some people I know. And then yeah, when you return to the aircraft, you're back in there. So the other nice feature about this, I'm going way too fast because I'm blabbing here, is that you can pause the program. You know, if you get up and leave, it'll probably just, like, let's see, if I get out of the screen, it'll probably just freeze on the last thing you were on. But if you return, it's good. But you can also pause it on your phone. I don't know if you have to take a phone call. I just press the pause button now, so now it's in a set mode, and you can go back to looking around the aircraft like normal. I did not have to stop the program on the computer, so I think I should clarify that now. You have to download it's a free program on the computer portion, and then the phone app is the $7. So you download the version on the computer, which I guess gets the transmissions from the phone. You have to set it up through Wi-Fi. You can stop that program at any time to recalibrate and restart it, and there's some other settings, like I said, that are in there. But again, I don't know how to use all the settings yet because I haven't really focused on it. I've been enjoying it enough in this way. So anyways, my point is, I paused it on the phone. If I needed to recalibrate it, I could, but right now, I'm just going to unpause it on the phone to get back to the way it was calibrated before. So as long as you are sitting in the same location, then you don't need to recalibrate. However, I've noticed at times that if I'm getting sore sitting in this non-gamer chair that I have, I sit up more, and now all of a sudden my head's in the roof. So now I'm trying to look around and trying to look down, and it's just, if you need to recalibrate, you can. So anyways, we're going to continue the flight. I'm going to probably, you could adjust your phone, but I think you're best to recalibrate the whole thing if you can. I'm going to get closer to Vancouver, and then I'm going to return to continue this video. Sorry for those jolts again. I'm trying to look over at a webcam, and that's messing this up. So let me try this here. Here we go. Now, I'm going to continue the flight, and we'll return for the landing portion. So enjoy the scenery. So I lied. I'm back a little bit earlier because I did notice some new items in the app. I don't know if it updated on its own, but I didn't remember seeing this the last time. So they actually do have some offsetting settings, I guess, on here. So if you are having problems getting a nice centered thing, it looks like you can control this on the phone. So I'm going to mess around here with offsetting the X. So there you go. Now all of a sudden I'm outside of the aircraft. But I could sit in the co-pilot seat if need be. I could also do that by moving my head over. And then they let you reset it if there's an issue with that. So I guess if you need to sit up in the aircraft, you may not have to recalibrate. You may just have to adjust one of the axes. So I'm adjusting the Y axis right now. And it lowers me and heightens me in the aircraft. Again, though, I would like to stress that I haven't needed to do anything like this. It's just nice to know that it exists. If you want to look out over the dashboard, you just look up and you look over and you can see out. It's really cool. Yeah, and I just figured I might do a little bit of sightseeing while we're here for anybody who likes to see sightseeing from Flight Sim or hasn't gotten the game and is really trying to decide if it's worth it. I did an out west trip, which I will be featuring some video from that. There's goods and bads. There's some very stunning scenes and there's some not so stunning scenes. It is a work in progress for sure, this game, or simulator, however you want to call it. I guess it'll be a game when it comes out for Xbox, and for now it's a simulator for those playing it on the PC. I think some of their generic textures, which are clearly generic textures, need to be worked on. And if that happens, I think the game will be a lot better when they don't actually have a decent aerial photograph, I guess, or whatever you want to call it, satellite photography. So let's get a little bit closer now down to the water. The only other thing that I probably will notice when I'm doing this video, because some portions will be sped up, because I don't think anybody wants to sit and watch the whole in-between flight portions. Maybe you don't want to hear me talk, I don't know. But anyways, if you are planning on making a video of a flight, this program right now may be a little bit shaky to make a decent video. I think if I speed this up while my head's flying around here, I think it would be very uncomfortable to watch. So if you are trying to make some of those kind of sped up videos or anything, this may not be the best option for you. I mean, even me talking is making it move a lot more. It's picking up the motion, I guess, either of my, I don't know if it's my eyes, my cheeks, whatever it is. But if I stop talking, it's very calm, and then as soon as I talk, it just jolts. So maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you just don't want to talk while you're using this program. So what I might do, since I'm not showcasing that right now, is I think I might put it on pause again while I'm making some nice scenery here. I've paused it now, so now there won't be all the juddering, or whatever you want to call it. And I'm going to change the weather a bit. I took off later than I want. I just want to make it a little bit more sunny out. It's a nice evening and it's getting too dark too quick. And you're not going to be able to tell scenery very good from that. So anyways, on this tour, I'm now using the joystick to look around, which again has been suitable for most of my life, but it's just now it's a little bit more realistic this way. So if you look down at the scenery, you can see areas where even in the textures, it looks like there should be trees. Like here, it looks like there should be trees. Some areas it's full with trees. Like this mountain right here looks pretty decent, or a hill, I guess. You know, if you want to classify that as a hill or a mountain, it's up to you. But then you've got some of the positive things. Right now, I'm looking at fog that's coming up between the mountains with the live weather. And earlier, when I was flying, it wasn't out over the ocean. It was only out in between these mountains.
Catwing Snyder, to contact Vancouver Center on 132.9. Going to 132.9, Catwing Snyder 2.
Alright, there we go. So we're going to look down now. How far are we from our destination? Oh, I've gone off track a little bit here. Just a little bit. Okay, so we're going to turn back on track now. Back over to Vancouver Center.
Vancouver Center, Catwing Snyder to 2,700 feet. Catwing Snyder to Vancouver Center, continue as planned. Altimeter to 9.9.
Some of the other nice features, I mean, the clouds over the water right now just look fantastic. The sun reflections on the aircraft, but I mean, these are more like standard things. But I'm not looking at any of the horrible mountains right now that I saw earlier today. I'll let you know if I see some. Some of them just, if they were satellite photos, they were very low res satellite photos, and I don't think there was any scenery on them. I don't think there was any trees, and it looked like I don't even know where to start. Maybe old scenery textures from like a really old flight simulator. It just had no depth. I mean, the mountain in front of me could be something like it, but it's still not as horrible as some of them were. Again, I'll feature them in the video clip of my kind of little out west tour that I had. But again, there are some where you're looking at it and you can look at real pictures of the area. One of them was...
Alaska 69er, you are 20,000 feet above your
not for me, he's complaining at somebody else. Yay.
Maintain 10,000 feet.
I think it was Jasper. Pretty sure it was Jasper. Just a grass runway there, which it was in the game. And I looked at some pictures, real life photos, and I could recognize what I was looking at in the simulator. So that's one of the good areas, and then some of them are just not that great. So off to the left, there's a lot of depth on this mountain over here. This one's quite nice. The other thing I noticed too, but I don't know if it was just by chance, is there was a lot of these kind of road things that looked like they may have had some houses, not in this specific area, but it looked like there were houses and there weren't auto-gen houses. And I have all the settings up on full right now, which I still like to gloat because I'm just using an MSI GL65 laptop, which I believe is a very entry-level gaming laptop. With that said, I'm aware that right now the larger airliners don't work so well, and if I was running it on a 4K TV at the 4K resolution, I have no idea what would happen to it at that point. But for now, what I need on a large, I think it's a 48-inch TV screen I've got, it's doing a great job. We're under 30 miles from the airport, so I figured it would be a good time to get back.
Fly straight in runway.
Okay, so we're going to see, we are going to see just how well let's see, okay, calibration seems really good. That was the word I was looking for. If I sit up, yeah, it's not too bad. It's a little bit farther back than I like. So I'm going to go ahead and do my old-fashioned kind of calibration because I don't like those sliders. So stopping it, it will reset it on the screen here. I'm going to sit up as though I'm sitting up. There we go. Okay, here we go. So now we're starting our descent into Vancouver. It's nice. I can actually look over to see what I'm doing. I'm going to put my head through the window, but again, that's, for the split second the head goes out of the window, you just correct it. But it's really nice to be able to focus on flying instead of taking my hand off the yoke to... Sorry. Instead of taking my hand off the throttles so that I can look around, I can keep my hand on the throttles and look around like normal. I think that person was talking to me. Let's see what it says here. Oh, no, it was talking to Encore. I cannot wait for, there might already be one, but I cannot wait for them to put real traffic in instead of Encore being a Piper Cherokee or something. Maybe they'd have a real Dash 8 at least.
Encore tree 108, turn next taxiway.
Alright, so it looks like everything I need is set up for arrival. Nothing beats the sun on this airplane when you're dashboard when you're coming into land. I'm not going to adjust the sunset anymore because it's a very nice time now that we're almost at Vancouver. Alright, let's get back into the aircraft again. Lining myself up very nicely for 8 right. I've been using the same joystick for almost 20 years. CH product. and also same throttles too. The throttle quadrant also by, I believe, CH Products. I thought it wasn't going to work at first, but then I realized I had to download. I'm going to turn off this other window that's open. I had to download the driver program, calibration program, in order to use it with Flight Simulator. I didn't have to with X-Plane or any of the other flight simulators, but I had to for this one for some reason. So the software is like, I think it was like 10 years old or something like that. But once I downloaded it, it ended up working and making the joystick work, which is great because I didn't want to buy any joysticks right off the bat. I think rudder pedals will be in my wish list for maybe Christmas or something like that. This will be nice to not have to resort to using a joystick as a rudder when you're trying to straighten the plane out, use thrust reverse, blah blah blah. I'm going to try taking the webcam of me off here during the landing. Maybe that'll get me my frame rates back. There we go. I'm going at a higher speed there on approach into a big busy airport. Well, they're not busy right now. Landing gear is good, powered back all the way. So again, if I'm talking, as you can see, it starts moving the thing. It's a lot smoother now that I'm not blabbing. So I'm going to stop talking while I touch down here. I just applied some flaps and I just totally flew upwards. Land without flaps, they say. It's my first time flying to Vancouver, so I see pretty good slowdown right now probably since I have none of this cached. There we go. Oh, not too bad considering I had such horrible frame rates there when I went to touchdown. Again, it doesn't help when you're recording video on this thing. That kind of hurts your frame rates. Again, that's where a non-entry-level laptop, gaming laptop, would probably be better, or even one of those big rig computers. But until I get an extra, few grand to spend on a computer, I think I'll just enjoy this. And make videos to the best of my abilities with what I have. And this guy's going to keep complaining at me until I contact the ground.
121.7 Cant Wings 902.
I have no idea where they're going to ask me to go, and I honestly don't care. I'm just going to park where I want because they tell me to hold for planes that don't exist half the time. So I hope you enjoyed this this little flight here with a little bit of a very basic review on this. Oh my God! Shut up! Seriously, I'd love to stay calm, but I'm not even gonna use the air traffic control in the next video I do because I just hate talking to them. Anyways, I hope you're able to get an understanding of how well this program works. It's great, $7 again. Go to the App Store. It's called SmoothTrack. Again, it's jolting right now because I'm talking, so if you are using it, it won't do this. No, I didn't hear what you just said there, but it doesn't jolt when you don't talk. So, yeah, definitely go out and get yourself this program. That is an issue that I do want to mention that I cannot wait until it's fixed, which is the lights. I thought I turned on the taxi lights, but did I not? Did I not turn on the taxi lights? Yeah, I did. So I have taxi lights on, but I can't really see them doing anything right now. Let's go to the outside view. What was the point of turning them on? They're not on. So let's turn on the other lights. Oh, would you look at that? Even the landing lights don't work anymore. So yeah, I don't know what the deal is with that. I'm trying to turn on the landing lights and the taxi lights, and they're not on at all. This has happened to me before, and it's happening to me again. Good. Bye-bye. Anyways, and when it happened to me before, the lights are actually on, but they don't really light up all the runways. I'm sure people have seen that issue. But anyways, I'm not here to talk about those issues. I was just here to show you about this new product. Hopefully you guys like it if you do download it. And I think the guy who made it, genius. And I hope it continues to improve. And I hope the gentleman becomes successful for putting together such a great program. All right. Thanks again for watching. This is the end of the video, and I hope to bring you more interesting flight simulator related stuff in the coming days and months and years, etc.